Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm the Education Officer here at the Museum on the Mound, which is run by Lloyds Banking Group, and it's based in Edinburgh. And we're a museum all about money. And I'm actually sitting in front of one of our most popular objects, which is the case of £1 million. We have 2 cases of £1 million in the museum. I've worked at the museum for 10 years now. I started off running education sessions while I was studying at university, and then I had lots of different jobs in between. So I worked as a teacher and as a tutor. I worked as an engagement officer and worked as a volunteer coordinator, but I was always really interested in working with young people, and I loved visiting museums. So working in a museum seems like the perfect environment for me to be in. The Museum on the Mound has been open since 2006, and it's a story of money and of banking. So it tells a story of all the different parts of Lloyds Banking Group, but you can also learn about all sorts of different things that have been used around the world as money. You can find out why Americans like me say that something costs $20. You can find out why we say that someone who's really rich is minted, and you can touch and feel a lot of really interesting things that have been used as money around the world, which are my favorite things in the museum. In my role, communication and teamwork and problem solving are really important skills to have. For communication, I have to work with my colleagues, but I also speak with teachers and with schools and other educators. And then for teamwork, I work with a group of colleagues every day. We need to trust one another and support one another, particularly if we're dealing with large groups of people. We need to be able to know that we can trust each other and that we're all working towards giving people a really positive experience. And then with problem solving, I always have a plan in mind when a group comes in, but sometimes they're not engaging with things and they aren't interested in what I had planned. So I have to think really quickly and bring in other artifacts to try and make the experience as interesting and engaging as possible for them. So we always need to be really adaptable in my role. It's also something that I really enjoy. It's a lot of fun to see what I can bring in to make people interested, as they said.
Mound is part of Lloyds Banking Group, which is a really fantastic place to work. It's a really inclusive employer and really benefits from working with people from all sorts of backgrounds. And in addition to working in the museum, you can also work abroad in kind of the bank that you would normally think of. And there's all kinds of different roles, and you can have an internship or an apprenticeship with the bank, and they train you on the job, and there's lots of different opportunities to try different things to see what you're interested in. So if you're not sure, it's a really good place to start.